early today, so my power station didn't get to charge up enough, and so I'm actually using my data to do this one. But because I made a commitment to myself that I want to continue to do a live every single day, discussing about the things that I study and stuff around. Really, it's around money. It's always about money, guys. Just to be honest with you, everything you study in this world, when most of these professional help books, psychology, everything, it goes back to you becoming free. But the world we live in is you have to understand money and how to utilize money correctly. So really everything that I study is about money and how to become a better person in money. And so today I wanted to actually, instead of reading, I wanted to talk to you about mental health around money. I think this is something we don't talk about. I think the only time we do speak about mental health or we see examples of it is in the far extremes, such as if you have schizophrenia, and they use like the most, far end of the spectrum of those examples. And in truth, most of us are afraid to admit that we do not have good mental health. A lot of us are suffering from mental health issues. Especially if you watch TikTok, if you see, like, now there's a whole trend of videos of men and women in their 40s, and they're realizing life is a scam. Adulting isn't what they thought it was going to be. They wasted some of the good years of their lives in their 20s because they thought things was going to be easier. And they're starting to realize it's not. And a lot of that is just showing mental illness. They're not in correct vibration mentally around how they see themselves. And so this was one of the things that I had to slowly start to change. And the reason why this video is titled Vibration and Mental Health is because your mental health is what's going to get you to the right vibration. If you've worked on yourself and been actually doing the work, figured out a lot of the different identities of you, which identities suit you, which identities are no longer suiting you, and you start letting things go, especially reading like the book, The Four Agreements, you start to see that all of us are pretty much the same. We're not much different. And when you have a poor money mindset or you have mental illness around money, it looks the same no matter who you are. Like, even now, when I see, like, probably the most popular one within Black American culture right now, Umar Johnson, how he mismanaged a lot of money and the type of person he is. It's like, if you put some work into yourself, you would have seen him coming a mile away. Most people who are in a mental illness, especially when it comes to around money, they're actually in survival mode. You can't be in survival mode and thriving mode at the same time. And that is something that a lot of people are in survival mode. And it's sad. It really is sad. Because when you're in survival mode, you're usually doing things that are gambling. You're not putting stop losses in place. You're not putting barriers in place to secure and protect yourself. And you just start seeing bad decision making. Most of that bad decision making stems from they're wanting to make decisions. They want to do everything alone. Hey, how you doing, Rim? And so you're seeing that a lot now. You're seeing that a lot of within adults that are in their 40s now. A lot of people are starting to realize that the things that they thought were going to be in place for them. Hey, how's it going, Sweet Leaf? It's not there. Like, I saw one where it was a woman who was in her 50s. She ended up quitting her corporate job, and then she ended up from her corporate job. She actually ended up quitting to become an actor. Crazy. This one I just saw today, it was a guy in the United States, and he was just saying how he realized his 20s, he wasted some of the best years of his life. Hey, how's it going, Raj? He wasted some of the best years of his life, and he was just chasing after a woman that wasn't important. And by the time he realized it, it was too late. And he's like now starting over He's dealing with the child support system, all these things. And he's just like, man, no one told me life would be like this. 40 would be like this. And it's funny to me because I'm like, yo, what world did you guys live in to where you didn't put parameters in place to ensure once you hit 40, 50, 60 that you're living a better life? Like you shouldn't be struggling around this time in your life. That's how I definitely feel about it. Yeah, see how Sweet Leaf say 53 wasted many years of his life. I feel you. 'Cause I wasted a lot of years of my life too. Only thing is that because I went into the military, like it changed my dynamics of dealing with mental health on a different scale than what I realize a lot of people are dealing with right now, and a lot of people are dealing with it monetarily. For me, the military, it made me wake up at a very young age, but it also instilled a lot of fear in me too. Um, and because of that, on top of growing up in a family that didn't have a lot of money, didn't understand money, I had to work on a lot of this stuff. As soon as I got out in my early 20s, I was getting ready to get married to my late wife at the time. And we started building our family. So we were kind of like thrown into, hey, you need to start understanding money better. But what I wasn't understanding was I was creating a healthy mentality around money, healthy thinking around money. And most of us do not have a healthy thinking around money. Most of us even imagine ourselves without having money, imagine ourselves in bad situations. Um, One of the tests you can do is like just sit back and relax and just ask yourself, like, just about, hey man, there's something about you want to buy, something that's really, really expensive that you would like to buy. And just ask yourself, how would it feel if you had it? And just see what thoughts, what images start coming through your head. Like if it's a lot of negative images, not feeling good, um, then you have a mental illness around it. You have a negative vibration around it. And you're going to have to change that vibration. And the best way to change that vibration is to start letting yourself know that you actually deserve the certain things that you want around money. Hey, how's it going? A social experiment. I had money, and trust me, it's better being broke. Um, I would disagree with that because you may be at a different level spiritually, but most people are broke now. Majority of the people in the world are broke. They may not be physically no money out on the streets and the way that level broke, but a lot of people are stressed out. A lot of people are stuck in survival mode. A lot of people are drowning in debt, and a lot of people just have no understanding of how to get themselves out of it. And the truth is, a lot of people need to be focused on learning how to earn more money now. Because, like I tell you, like at the end of the day, we have two goals: financial literacy. If you don't understand how to manage the money you already earn, you will never be able to out earn your debt. And the second one is financial freedom. Because once you reach your level of financial freedom, you'll start realizing freedom is a lot cheaper than the slave system of debt that we live in. And we're all born into that slave system. That's where we have to walk. I'm in Lusaka, Zambia. I live in Africa now. For me, like when I became financially free at about 33. Um, After 33, I haven't, I'm now 43. So, like the last 10 years, I don't, the most debt I'll ever carry is about 1,000 US dollars. I pay that off every month. Um, I don't worry about paying my bills, things of that nature. Like it's so much things that I don't even stress about anymore. And I'm someone that, in my 20s, I used to have payday loans, car title loans, would go to pawn shop and pawn my computer or something if I needed gas money at the time. Like all of these different things. Oh, I have no debt. It's the money went up my nose. I lost everything. A lot of people do that. But the beautiful thing is, like, if you actually read the book by Dale Carnegie, most of us, 40 is the turning point of our life, especially for men. 40 is when most men actually get their big break. Even for me, like I'm starting over financially. I started over at 40. At 40, when my wife passed away, I was doing a lot of crypto investment in blockchain mining. Wasn't on top of everything 'cause I was so caught up into that depression. I lost everything. And I was putting tons of money into it, all of my retirement, but it's cool. Like losing everything for me didn't mean like I'm starting over at ground zero, but it did mean I'm starting over. And so, like even here now that I have permanent residency in Zambia, I'm starting over, and it's fun. Oh no, it's cool. I'm at such a place now where I embrace it. I embrace it. Like everything that negatively happens to us is to actually help us become better. It's to show us like, hey, you have so much capacity to become even better. Because it showed me a glimpse of what earning real money passively look like. And now coming here in Zambia, hey, how you doing, Mira? Coming here in Zambia, it's like there's a lot of opportunities here. So it keeps me very focused. So I'm very grateful for that experience. Come on, bugs. So if you're wondering why the bugs are flying by, we have low shed in here, which means the lights cut off. And so I'm on my battery backup and the bugs are just coming towards the light. That's the problem right now. But like I said, this is gonna be a quick video. I'm probably gonna be on maybe like 5 more minutes or stuff because it's past my bedtime. I actually been doing a lot of meditation for like about the past 3 hours on this subject because you know, it's sad when you see people and they just now starting to realize they've made bad mistakes. Um, and the problem is like a lot of us are not being taught how to check and manage our identities around certain key issues of our lives. We're so afraid to of what we've been diagnosed with or been taught what mental health looks like. Yeah, we're so afraid of what we've been told mental health looks like. And the truth is, mental health isn't you being in the straight jacket, being all crazy. Like that is such an extreme example of mental health. True mental health is just when you're not in vibration. True mental illness, I mean, it's just when you're not in vibration with a certain image of yourself, that identity, when you have a negative identity of yourself. And if most people, the main two areas where they have negative identities of themselves are usually around money or around relationships. Like, let me see, it's easy to say if like this is one you may hear a lot of women say when women be like, when you hear like on TV, a lot of women be like, oh, there's no good men, all men are cheaters. And it's like, that's not true. You don't know that. Or when people even tell you when it comes to finances, when they're like, oh, money don't grow on trees, it's hard out here, there's not enough money, there's money everywhere, the economy is bad. Like all of these different things is showing that you're not in vibration with that subject. Your identity around money is not in vibration with where you should actually be. And so you got to start working on that. And the best way to actually start working on changing your vibration around it is start trying to get yourself to see yourself, to visualize yourself doing things utilizing money. Um, and the best way to start doing that is start having a more positive reaction when you're using money. And so, what one of the things that I use, and I was taught this from Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone taught it, and even Ray Higdon, I learned it from him also, is like whenever you're going to a grocery store, anything you're doing anything to have a transaction with money, start telling yourself inside your head, like, oh, I'm so grateful for this. I am so grateful to be able to circulate this money. Like it sounds crazy, but it's going to start changing the way you look at money. A lot of times we're so-called spending, we're giving up money. Like we don't feel like it's going to ever come back. You need to start the cycle of understanding like you're circulating money and it will eventually start coming back to you. And once you get better at circulating, it'll start coming to you in floods. it's like the floodgates open and money is just coming from everywhere, especially if you focus on MSIs. And so just try that little exercise. And if you're just hopping on, the exercise again is whenever you're doing any transaction when it comes to money, just start saying inside your head. You don't have to say this stuff out loud. Say it in your head. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. Like once you become grateful, paying for money, like understanding, like, okay, when you're paying for your cell phone bill, you're not paying the greedy corporation that's full of money. You're helping to invest into future technologies. When you're paying your rent for your house, you're not paying the greedy bank. Like you're paying for what's the future that you're going to pass down to your next generation. Like once you start changing those frequencies around money, you're going to start seeing yourself with more money. And so that is all for today. If you have any questions or comments, just leave those down below and I'll get back to them. If you're watching this from TikTok, I do apologize. This is a pre-recorded. I had to do it live on YouTube. Just didn't have enough juice to get the Starlink going today. But just remember this, I am Jason and success is simple once you know how.